All right, so I'm actually going to show you command blocks today and how to use them because that's how I'm going to teleport to the next room. But um, if you enjoyed the build, that I did yesterday, or last episode, it was yesterday. But if you enjoyed the build, let me explain to you the logic behind what I was doing and why I built the room that way that I did. So, uh, it's actually farmer first, man. Um, and then it would be that. Okay. Um, so my farmer's still asleep. Let's see if he wakes up. So if I go in order of the tools that you have in Minecraft, because Minecraft is a resource building game, um, or resource gathering and then building game. So each tool has with it a career of sorts, right? So we have our farmer over here, and then technically our first tool is the sword, but we took care of those kids first, so they're off doing their survival thing. Um, then we have the hoe, which is for the farmer. This is how we um, farm crops, etc. And hunger is the first situation because the kids will be in adventure mode, so they will get hungry, and if they don't eat, they will die. So you do have a farmer. So if I click him real quick, I'm gonna wake him up. Come over here. We're in the trading menu, right? So we're looking at this is where the money is gonna come into play. So what he's saying is you can trade him 15 beetroot and get an emerald. Okay, or you can give him an emerald to get bread, right? Um, so we're going to build our monetary system off of emeralds. Okay, now the beetroot is outside. So technically, the kids, if they want to farm the beetroot, they can farm the beetroot. But the beetroot only grows so fast, and you do need 15 of them, and then you'll get an emerald, and then you can buy bread. There's also wheat outside, so technically you can get the wheat, but you're going to have to deal with farming. Okay, you're going to have to deal with the food situation and coming up with that. So that's the first aspect of what we're doing. All right, so let me do quickly move down the hall. So 101 is like college, man, 101. So what is 101? Well, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Um, this is going to be geared around careers, right? So you have agricultural careers, you have marine careers, fishing careers, then you have lumberjack careers, wood careers, woodworking, carpentry. I mean, it goes deep, okay, and we can let it go as deep as we want it to go. But real quick, basics, we have farmer, fisherman, lumberjack, miner, and then the shovel is actually going to be used for the builder, because you could build walkways and whatnot with a shovel and move dirt around and whatnot, right? But basically, those are the guys that are going to be turned into architects, essentially, because they're going to build new buildings. So it could be indicative of a breaking new ground with your shovel. Get creative. Then we have our cooks. So, there's food gathering, and then there's food preparation, which are two different things. And then you have Bottle of Enchanting. I don't really know how I'm going to make that. Well, that's XP farming, I guess. So that'll probably be engineering. coming up with a farm that works on the mobs in the game. That's actually a good idea. I just thought about that. Haha. And then enchanting will go back to your, because that's kind of just maybe that'll be our reading and writing aspect, the arts and creating enchanting things. I'm just thinking off the fly of my head. But anyway, starting with farmer. I made a farmer bot. And I really just put him there as a record. Now, here's the deal. He has to be an NPC. He cannot be... if you go into the other room, you have this computer that I built. But we've established that there are certain things that NPCs can do that command blocks cannot do. So here I am, and if I were to build a computer, well, I did build computers, so if you see in the other room, I did build a computer for the teacher, right? And then I built a series of computers here. And I could make these workable where, command blocks do stuff. But what I want the farmer bot to do is a series of things. I want him to teach about farming. I want him to teleport kids to the room where they're going to learn their first lesson or be given their first challenge. I haven't exactly figured out what I want to do, but there'll be a farmer bot, there'll be a fisher bot, there'll be a lumber bot, there'll be a miner bot, builder bot, cook bot, engineering bot, and writing bot. Maybe we won't call him writing bot. We'll figure out a better name when I get to that part, right? But there will be a lot of bots in this room, and there will be actually a lot to do in this room. But I will get to that. Then there will be a teacher teaching about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But the computers aren't going to necessarily work, which is why the NPC is going to be doing anything, but I made him look like a computer, right? So, I mean, it is a little weird because he'll move towards me, facing me, see, there it goes. But that is just what it is. But it still looks like a computer, so we'll roll with that. Anyway, the key thing that I want to do right now is we're talking, so there's going to be, actually, it'll be like right, yeah. So I'm going to take a record of this GPS or coordinate. So that's 64, 64, 72, and negative 26. Because I want... because I'm going to close this off. So what you're going to get over here is this. Actually, what I can do is, and then I do want a pressure plate. Actually, no, I don't want a pressure plate. I want a button. I want a button. Oop. There we go. And yeah, good. Okay, so if a kid is in the room, they should be able to get in. I mean, they should be able to get out. But the only way for them to get in will be to use this computer, right? I do want to, well, we'll give them that next. The first thing we're going to do is, we have a button, so we're going to keep the button, but I'm going to get rid of the stone. So I want to replace it. Alright, so, and then we're going to put it right there. Okay, so command box. You cannot get a command block from this menu. See, if I see COM, these are the only, there's no command block in this. The only way to get a command block is to give it to yourself. So you have to say /give, and then you see @s is yourself, and then you start typing command, and you'll see command. There it is. Command block. Okay, and you're going to hit enter. And now we have a command block. There it is. Okay. So we're going to put the command block right there. And then I click on the command block, right click on the command block. And we're going to call this 101 TP because it's going to teleport you to room 101. It's going to be an impulse. That means it only does it one time. It is conditional. And it needs redstone. Okay, so the command is going to be /TP, and it's the nearest player, which is going to be the player who pushes the button. TP the nearest player to 64, 64, 72, -26. And that's it. Very simple, no issues. And it will give us, the previous output. So there you go. That's it. And now if I hover over it, it says 101 TP. The kids aren't going to be able to do that because this is going to be in the way. And then you get that right. So boom, boom. Oh, didn't work. That's not good. Not good at all. That's weird. I wonder why. It is possible that it needs to be underneath. Let's see. Impulse. Let's make it unconditional just for argument's sake. That might have been the problem. So let's see. /TP nearest player to 64, 64, 72. -26. Yeah. So let's see what that does. Okay. There, it worked. There it is. Here I am. So it might have been the conditional that I did. But yeah, I'm going to say it was the conditional because one block below or one block to the side doesn't really make a difference. As it should be. Actually, I'm curious now. Without destroying that block, we're going to do a test. So if I put this here and then I put it right next to it, right, instead of underneath it, and then I type TP 101, and then I say conditional, because I think that might have been what was the problem. TP to my closest player to 64, 64, 72, -26, right? Let's see what happens. Press the button. Yeah, it's the conditional. So now if I turn this off and I say unconditional, there it goes. Okay, so I learned a little bit about command blocks as well. Conditional is obviously going to be when you have a chain, because you can have a bunch of these blocks and you can do, there's a lot of stuff you can do with command blocks. I'm not going to get into everything you can do, so this is just basic command blocks, and that's it right there. So it's unconditional. It means that once this redstone, because this is actually a redstone, when you push this button, it's actually activating. There is no actual redstone, but it acts like redstone, so it's like a pulse of energy, right? So there's another button that opens that door, and it's just like a quick boop, just like a pressure plate. But we will be getting into redstone because that gets it gets super complicated. I mean, you can do crazy stuff with it. But very quickly, I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration to this. And I'm going to keep my command block because we're going to be using that one. This will not be the first command block or the only command block. I may not be able to decorate this the way I want. Okay, no, we can't decorate the way I want. That's fine. We'll put a sign because I need to give the kiddos a little warning. And I really want it to stand out because kids don't read. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. It's like, alright, so it's not going to go on the screen, but we're going to put it here. Talk to Ashley before you press this button. And I'm actually going to do that twice. Because kids don't read, I'm serious, man. You have to put it in big bold letters. And then even then, like, I'm going to put 2 signs, okay? Talk to Ashley before you press this button. Okay, so there's 2 signs. See this button? Because the kids are going to come in, and I want them to talk to Ashley to get the opportunity to play survival, to learn about different players, etc. Inevitably, you're going to have a kid that's just going to come in and push the button, and they're not going to talk to Ashley, even though I have the signs there, but I have the signs there. Talk to Ashley before you press this button, talk to Ashley before you press this button, right? Because if they press this button, now they're teleported into this room, right? So, yeah, they can go back, okay? But I really want them to make that choice before they come in here. I like when kids follow the directions, but there you go. That's the solution. That's how you teleport them. That's how you get them over here. And then next time, we will start building bots and laying this out as to what we're going to do and what it's going to look like and all the good stuff. All the good stuff. That's Mando Minecraft.